So, welcome to the studio of Common Tales Views. I'm here once again, as you know. I call to the studio people from the common walk of the life to talk about their lives, share their experiences, and if they have got any advices, we will ask for that as well. So, we introduce our guest to the studio, Elpiniki. Thank you so much for taking out time from your precious time and joining us here in the studio. I welcome you.
Thank you, Hassan. I'm happy to be here.
Very good afternoon to you. And we need a little bit of your introductions. For example, your name, where were you born, what did you study? We start from here. So if you can give us a little bit of your introduction.
But you know, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
So I may forget some details.
It's okay. It's okay. We anything that you remember would do.
Okay, I'll try. I was born in Congo.
Yeah.
I grew up in Belgium. I studied philosophy.
Wow.
And I'm now with you here in this beautiful island, Aphrodite's Island,
Wow.
the island of love.
So what is it called, the island, for our viewer?
Cyprus, but I think if I say Aphrodite's Island,
Yeah.
most people will know.
Okay, most people will know. Yeah. We are in the city in Nicosia,
Nicosia.
in a very beautiful coffee shop.
Yes.
So your time in Congo, do you remember it? How was it?
I left when I was 7, so I can't remember much.
Yeah.
But later on, I went back to live there. I was working. So I know Congo. Okay, not the whole of Congo because it's a huge country.
Yeah.
But my mother comes from the east of Congo, and this is where I know.
So, you know, when you went to Congo after a very long time, you started living there. Did you think that, yes, it's a place that I can live forever, or did
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. How is the weather like? How are things?
Okay, in the east, because we are in a high altitude,
Yeah.
It's good. It's cold, colder than most places, so it's not that hot, and I like it that way.
Very good.
And life there, still I can say a bit primitive if we compare it with London, for example.
Okay.
And I love it. It's more natural.
Wow.
I love everything that is natural.
Very good.
Yes.
There is going to be another question in relation to this, that if you have lived in a place where the life is a little bit slower, such as the Asian countries or the African countries where things are much more natural. We haven't become like machines yet there. The life is on a very slower pace. We have those memories, and when we come to the Western countries to start living and working, we find it sometimes really hard, but it's a change as well. But at the same time, we have the taste of the slow life as well, and we seek that life again, and we can enjoy the best of both as well.
Yeah.
We will talk about this. How do you see that? I mean, the both.
Me, the way I see it, I think people are drawn to act and react like other people.
Yeah.
But me, I carry myself everywhere I go.
Yeah.
I'm a natural person.
Wow.
And, you know, if you live in a place where people have their own way of living or think that is the way they should live, I don't follow. I live me, I'm me.
Yeah.
And I know, for example, in London, we could be walking around with my children, and I will say hello to people we meet.
Wow.
You know, and my children will say, "Mom, do you know them?" And I say, well, you don't have to know someone to say hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, your hello makes you feel good and makes the other person feel good, especially in the environment they are in.
Yeah.
Then you are neighbor with someone for 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
You don't say hello, you don't talk. But
Yeah.
this person, miserable as he is, coming out of his house and this smiling face, saying
Yeah.
to him, hello. You don't know the benefit that May gives him.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
Don't you agree with me?
Wow, 100% human interaction, communication, a smile on the face, saying hello, is a thing which separates us from the machines, because we give our greetings and affections to each other, and that's
Yes.
how we feel good as well.
Yes.
But the problem is, you have lived in London for quite a considerable time now.
20 years. Yeah.
In 20 years, I mean, how the life is there, how do you find it? Even you have been here for 2-3 years now in Cyprus, but if you compare it with London, what's the difference?
There's a huge difference. London, London can easily drag you down
Yeah,
if you're not careful, because, like you say, machine.
Yeah.
I think people are becoming more machine.
Yeah.
It's not because of their own willingness or their own choice.
yeah,
It's life that pushed them. You have to run after everything. You have to stress about everything.
Yeah.
If you're not stressed, it's the environment that stress you.
Yeah.
The demand is too high
Yeah.
for a natural human being.
Yeah.
Whereas here, the pace of life is slower.
yeah, yeah,
Life is not that demanding.
yeah,
You can survive humanly
Yeah.
without becoming a machine. You know, if
Yeah.
it makes sense.
yeah, it does. What are the things that makes the pace of life fast? Is it the city life, the liabilities, the responsibilities, the commitments that we have in a city? What is so different that it pressurizes us to become like machines? Like if you are traveling through underground train, people are like still, like they mostly look like zombies, you know.
I think for me, is the demand of the system. The system oppresses you,
Yeah,
and you feel the pressure.
yeah,
I'm going to give you an example. For example, after a week work in London,
yeah,
the system choose Friday to send you letters.
yeah. Oh,
I don't know if you can ask few people,
yeah.
but I've realized that on Friday everything will drop on you.
Is it because we have got 2 free days off, so that we have the time to read the letters, or what is the reason?
Okay, that is what we will think. But
Yeah.
when when at the end you analyze things,
Yeah.
and you see the number of depressed and stressed people,
Yeah,
you'll ask yourself, okay, they send you a notice
yeah,
on Friday.
yeah,
You cannot call. You
Yeah.
cannot talk to anyone about it. You cannot try to solve the problem. So
Wow.
the whole weekend, instead of you relaxing
yeah,
and rest,
yeah.
your mind is chasing,
Wow. Okay.
you know, the reason behind the
Yeah.
notice, the reason behind the council tax demand. So,
Yeah.
and then you're there totally not living your life,
Yeah.
but waiting for Monday to come so you can pick up the phone and talk to them. Do you
Oh,
understand?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't think of this angle at all. And indeed, it is a reality, because you've got to spare days or a day, which is mostly left for many other things that we want to do, but
Yes.
we are stressing,
Yes.
and we cannot do anything about it.
Yes.
Indeed, it is a very valid reason for stressing out. So, other than that, how is life here in Cyprus? How do you find it here?
Life is beautiful.
Yeah,
Like I said before, the pace of life is very slow.
yeah,
But then again, you have interaction human interaction with people.
Yeah.
You can easily get to have a real relationship with people
Yeah.
who you meet the first time.
Yeah.
They will have time to talk to you. They will have time to listen to you.
Yeah.
They will have time to have a coffee with you.
Yeah. Definitely.
That is the big difference.
Yeah.
Because I know most people maybe will talk about the job, the money, the gain
Yeah.
in the society, how beautiful your car is, how easy to find a car,
Yeah.
how easy to find a beautiful apartment.
Yeah.
But that, for me, that is not life.
Yeah.
I can live in a mud hut,
Yeah.
but if I'm at peace with myself,
Yeah.
with my neighbor,
Yeah.
with the passerby,
Yeah.
that is happiness for me.
Yeah, very good. Right. You know, here from your conversation, starting from Congo, then England, London, then here in Cyprus, your most of the conversation is revolving around self, and then the people around us, which is, I think, the basic need for a human being. Like, as they say, know yourself, you will know your Lord. And here, but you know, in the Western countries, when the life becomes so fast, we start forgetting ourselves
Yes.
and the people around us. And then the things like you mentioned about the flowers on the trees,
Yes.
that you like this color, we very rarely observe these things. And this is taking us away from our reality. And it brings me to another question, that how or what do you think about the spirituality? Because that is another thing, like knowing yourself, then the spirituality, then talking about the parallel universes. What's your view on that?
That's a very good question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me answer you like this. I woke up very early.
Yeah.
I wait for the sun.
Wow.
Sometimes I wonder if the sun doesn't wait for me.
Oh. Wow.
And I love when we meet in the morning,
Wow.
because we forget how beautiful, extraordinary, magnificent
Yeah.
this earth of ours is.
Wow.
And me having a face-to-face with the sun in the morning
Wow.
is the drop of wellness that I get every morning.
Wow.
After the encounter with me and the sun, I feel rejuvenated. And I can go by from there on to live the life, to do what I have to do to survive in this reality.
Yeah.
But then, step by step, when you go outside, I remember when we have the coach to go to the camp.
Yeah.
I sit when everybody's talking, everybody's on their phone. I looked at the trees, and
Wow.
it's where I discovered that tree you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at it.
yeah.
And then
I love those
on
colors.
the coach,
Yeah.
you'll see from green to purple. Is it purple?
Yeah, it is a kind of
Pink.
purple, pink, and
Pink.
white. There are 2-3 shades.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next time, Hassan, when you sit on that coach,
Yeah.
take your mind off everything.
Yeah.
Look outside.
Wow. Wow.
And even though it's very early in the morning, we're tired, you will not feel it. And you will come off the coach,
Yeah.
enter the camp,
Yeah.
stressful place,
Yeah.
but with a smile on your face.
Yeah. Wow.
Because you've taken in
Yeah.
what was made for us
Yeah.
to be kings and queens.
Wow. Wow.
You understand?
You know, you have just reminded me, for example, those unlimited, perhaps uncountable fragrances, the colors, the shades, the flowers, the tastes of the foods, the sweet things, the sour things, all different kinds of fruit. I mean, if we start exploring them, we are never going to be bored.
No.
And as you mentioned, the sun, that when it rises, when you have a look, when there is a connection between you and the sun, it gives you kind of energy.
Yes.
That all these things that we see around us are for us,
Yes.
but we don't pay attention because of the fast life, and yet there are people who are depressed.
Yes.
How can you be depressed in unlimited colors, fragrances, and beautiful things, beautiful voices, beautiful faces, and this multicultural societies? How can we get bored? But yet people are getting bored, they are getting depressed, and they are having issues in their lives. Why? Is it because we are not paying attention to the nature?
It's because of what the society is putting in, what we let the society put in our brain. If today I come to you and I say, Hassan, I have so many problems. You'll think maybe, it must be money. You may take your wallet and say, Elpiniki, take these 50 euros
Yeah.
and try and see what you can do with it.
Yeah.
You thought will think that, okay, I've helped her. But you know, if me, I come to you,
Yeah.
honestly, do this, give me your hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
If instead of putting your hand in your wallet and
Yeah.
give me 50 euros,
Yeah.
you take my hand, you squeeze it
Yeah.
for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You make me feel that human warmth,
Yeah.
and believe me, I'll feel nice. I'll
Wow.
feel better.
Wow. What a
So to answer your question,
Yeah.
this is what we are forgetting.
yeah.
We don't need what a person material have, but we need our company. We need each other. We need the power the community have, which does not exist anymore.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Definitely. At the same time, I wanted to ask you, how many languages do you speak?
Okay, it is very strange because as I grew up,
Yeah.
I spoke different languages,
Yeah.
some of which I've forgotten.
Yeah.
So I spoke Greek, Flemish, until it became a problem because I once came back to my parents and
Yeah.
I could not communicate with them.
Yeah.
It was a huge fight between my mother and my father.
Okay.
So when I went back, they changed my school from Flemish to French
Okay.
because of that.
Yeah.
So today I understand a little bit. I can't speak it anymore.
Okay.
I cannot speak Greek,
Yeah.
but I used to speak it.
Yeah.
And then I learned my mother tongue, which
Yeah.
is Kinande.
Okay.
I learned two other Congolese language,
Yeah.
which is Swahili and Lingala.
Yeah.
So obviously I speak English
Yeah.
and French.
Wow.
When I used to work in the Congo, I was an operation officer for the IOM.
Yeah.
I used to work in a camp, in a huge refugee camp, where the refugees spoke Kinyarwanda, and I spoke it while I
Wow.
was there, yes. But today I only remember a few words. So,
Yeah. I found one thing, those people who are human friendly, who are more near to the nature, they speak more languages. And the reason is because they want to interact,
Yeah.
they want to talk.
Yeah.
And that's how they learn the languages.
Yeah.
And that's how. But you have mentioned also that you have studied philosophy. When you study philosophy, you start exploring and thinking on much more different angles and levels than the other normal people, because they might see perhaps a thing in 180 or 90 degrees. But we usually in the philosophy, we just circle around the 360 dimensions of the realities, which gives us a lot more knowledge, and our way of thinking is much more different with the philosophy. How do you see philosophy as yourself? How has it helped you or affected you?
Okay, first of all, I'm going to say this. In the study of philosophy, most people oversees it,
Yeah.
but is the training you brain and you being to analyze. So you analyze everything.
Yeah.
That is the main training in philosophy.
Yeah.
So if you see this cup,
Yeah.
you look at it.
Yeah.
Is it really a cup? So I remember the first writing examination I had in my
Yeah.
first year.
Yeah.
I had to write 2,000 words
Yeah.
comparing what is the difference, that was the title, what is the difference between a dog and a man?
Yeah.
Can you imagine writing 2,000 words
Yeah.
comparing a man to a dog?
Wow.
So, to answer your question, I will say that I was lucky that my father chose philosophy for me, because at the time I think it was a bit aristocratic to
Wow.
put your child in a philosophy school.
You know?
Practically,
Yeah.
it doesn't help much.
Yeah.
Like finding a job, and
Yeah.
unless you want to
Yeah.
go and be a professor or,
Yeah.
or a researcher, a teacher. But in my day-to-day life,
Yeah.
it has helped me a lot, because nothing is white or black.
Yeah.
And I have a broader vision of things. With the experience I've had in my life, if I didn't have a philosophical mind, I don't think that I'll be here today.
Wow.
That is to answer your question.
So, you know, when there are changes in the life, there are hardships in the life, issues with the life, and there are happy moments as well. Sometimes we try to change the reality. If we cannot change, we start stressing ourselves as well. How do you cope with things? Do you let the things take its course and okay, what is going to happen is going to happen, and you stay calm and you go through it? Or sometimes you get stressed but you come out of it? How do you deal with issues in the life?
I have learned
Yeah.
to accept
Okay.
and to deal
Yeah.
with whatever comes to you. And recognize that I do not have the power to change this. So you accept it and you find your way to walk through it.
Yeah.
Because if you walk around it, it comes back
Yeah.
to you. But if you walk through it,
Yeah.
that means you have left it behind.
When we use this formula, walking through it, for example, in a relationship, if a male or a female is in a difficult sort of relationship, do they have to go around it, or do they have to go through it?
Always go through it.
Going through, some people can't face the reality, they cannot go through. What's your suggestion for them? I mean,
You have to learn, because, okay, now we'll say maybe learn from your mistake, but before, some mistakes are lethal. You know, sometimes the mistake you make you can't come out of it without any help, without any external help.
Yeah.
But I will say that to a person who is going through difficult time,
Yeah.
when I say go through it, it's not like you walk blindly through. No.
Yeah.
First of all, in every issue,
Yeah.
it could be mental, it could be a life issue, it could be health issue,
Yeah.
it could be a relationship issue. You need to look at the root of the problem. You cannot solve anything without knowing where does it come from.
Yeah.
Even illness.
Yeah.
I know today, with the situation at hand,
Yeah.
when you go to the doctor, you say you have headache,
Yeah.
he'll take pills and give it to you without knowing why you have the headache.
Yeah.
But that is the problem. In a relationship, when you have a problem, look for the root of the problem, and then you will be able to solve it.
Yeah. Talking about the health issues, what sort of, if you have to, medication would you take if you had to?
Herbal, natural, homeopathic.
Has it always helped? Because many people don't trust the herbal medication. They would always go for the normal allopathic sort of medication.
Okay. I came to this stage because I've had many health issues. I have children. I have one who has a very bad illness called lupus. So I've been through a lot. And okay, this is me. You know, we are free to believe what we
Yeah.
think is good for oneself. For me, if I had the choice, everyone should go back to the natural, because all these herbs were created to heal us.
Yeah.
If you observe animals, when a goat, for example, have diarrhea,
Yeah.
you'll see the goat go and eat certain herbs
Yeah.
that he doesn't normally eat,
Yeah.
just to heal himself
Yeah.
for the illness he has.
Very good.
And at the beginning, I think it was with good intention to use the herbs to make a pill,
Yeah.
so it can be easily accessed
Yeah.
and maybe more useful. But then it developed to be a business.
Yeah.
And when greedy enter anything, it ruins it.
It's instead of helping, it starts destruction as well, because usually they say these medication have these side effects, and whereas usually the homeopathic medication very rarely have their side effects. So this information is just for my viewer. Ironically, this is program Coffee with Hassan, but Elpiniki is having a coffee and I'm having an orange juice, just so to let you know that I was not in the mood to have a coffee. So she's having a coffee with Hassan and I'm having orange juice with Elpiniki.
But this is just because you are honest. Nobody could have known that it was juice. It could have been a cold coffee.
Yeah, you are very right. But I wanted to let the viewers know, just for those ones who might be wondering what we are drinking.
Yes.
So I'll move on to another thing. Sometimes when we are in distress situation, physically, mentally, these things do happen. And we go into a state of mind where we start having visions. Those visions do not belong perhaps to the physical world, but to the metaphysical world. We have some sort of visions that might be scary, that might be wonderful. Have you ever had any experience like this in your life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not long ago, and I shared it with you.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
you remember?
Yeah,
Yes.
you did, yeah.
Yes.
So what sort of experience was it?
To tell you the truth, I need to take time um, to understand it more. But that's why I came to you.
Yeah.
And you settled me for a short period of time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't deep enough for me to get hold onto that idea.
Yeah.
So I think we will have to discuss this another time
Yeah.
when I have more knowledge
Yeah.
about this.
Okay.
But the experience was a bit frightening.
Yeah.
Frightening because I did not understand
Yeah.
what was happening.
Yeah.
I'm normally a logical person, and I'm pragmatic.
Yeah.
So until I understand something,
Yeah.
then I'm not totally settled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, usually it is an introduction to another world that coexists,
Yes.
and it can be viewed or seen through only metaphysical eyes, not with the
Yeah.
current eyes, perhaps the third eye, because we go into a state of mind where we are no longer using the energies of our physical body, but
Yes.
rather the spiritual bodies that we contain in our bodies.
Yes, Hassan, but all depends on our beliefs,
Yeah,
because we all have different beliefs influenced by what we learn from maybe our parents or from where we grew up. And until a person is mature enough to try to understand or to make a choice on his belief, we will always have this issue
yeah,
of you saying, this situation exists because of this,
Yeah.
and I'll say no, this situation exists because of this.
yeah, yeah. Obviously, yeah.
Yes,
That
so
there
we
is-
are all influenced
Yeah.
by the beliefs they
Yeah.
put on us.
Yeah. Okay, so another question, moving away from the topic now. What sort of friend are you? Are you a kind of friend that would remember their friends no matter how many years have passed, no matter where you are, but you would remember your friends? Or you are a sort of person that if you move your place or area or home address, you will make new friends and you will be involved with the new friends? What sort of friend are you? How do you assess yourself to be?
I'm a very faithful person. Once you've known me,
Yeah,
you've known me forever. And when you call me your friend, it comes with a whole package.
yeah,
I'm never a superficial person. I'm a very deep person in everything I do. So if I call you my friend, or if you call me your friend, I'll be on the standard of being your friend. That means you can count on my friendship.
How have you found your friends to be? Let's be honest about it.
Yes. You know what? You have to accept everyone the way they are.
Yeah,
And if you base your choice of friendship on past experience or on everyday experience, you'll never have friends.
are you a person who can easily forgive?
Yes, I do.
Is it you want to do it, or is it a part of your nature?
Is a part of me.
We will take it
If
because
you
the
can
next topic is going to be about this bag. So I will hand it over to you. Here you are. And don't go away. We will still continue it. We are in the mode of interview, so we will see if it was very important. She will attend it. Otherwise, we can. So what we are going to do is this bag.
Yes.
You have knitted it yourself, yeah?
Yes, I do.
So, views, this is a bag knitted by Elpiniki, and there is another thing under process. What is this? Which is...
It's another bag.
It's another bag. Okay, thank you. A bag within a bag.
Yes.
I have seen you have knitted scarves for many of our friends, almost for everybody, and they give you the color combination sometimes, and sometimes you just knit them. Why do you knit?
I love it. I love knitting. I love crochet. I learned when I was a child in primary school.
Yeah.
And I forgot about it for a long time.
Yeah.
So when my daughter
Yeah.
got pregnant,
Yeah.
I remembered,
Wow.
yes, and I started making blankets for the baby.
For the baby.
Yes, and obviously when people see
Yeah.
that, you know, everybody's interested, I need this, I want that. And then when the baby grew, I stopped.
Yeah.
And then at one period of time, I was very stressed.
Yeah.
And my doctor told me,
Yeah.
can't you find something to do with your hands? What do you...
Yeah.
And I remembered
Yeah.
that, oh,
Yeah.
I can knit.
Yeah.
And I told, and he was very happy and said, yes,
Yeah.
that
Wow.
is the best medicine, he told me.
Yeah. And you started then.
Yes, and then since then I haven't stopped.
And did it help?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You know, I want to share a view in this regard. Like if a person is interested and they should find something to do with handicraft, and they start it and then they forget about the problems and
Yes,
issues,
yes.
because the brain gets involved in something
Yes.
else. In knitting, I'm going to mention a phrase in it's said by a Sufi mystic, and Sufi mystic says that Turya Turya ja fakira, Turya Turya ja, tu dil vich val na la, ik val penda vekh le, te so val pe apa. He says that keep walking, don't stress, don't think about things. Once you know how to knit one sort of knit, you know, you should know how, see it how it's done. Once you can knit one thing,
One
you
stitch.
can do 100 of stitches then.
Yes.
Once you know how to do one stitch,
Yes.
you can do 100 of stitches. The meaning is because most of the times when people are in this world, but at the same time when they are not very much involved in this world, and when they get stressed, they usually start doing something which is involving their whole attention into that, and they start, because this is what we are here for in this world. There is a purpose for us to come here to do things, and we start doing things, and then we the more we are involved in doing things, otherwise this world is I think not a place to live forever for us. So I'm amazed at the amount of work you have done. If we take the pictures and if we have an exhibition, it will be a whole sort of museum of the artwork which is done by you. Honestly, this is how a human can produce, by stitching, by writing, by talking, by speeches. There is so much one human can do. So what was, or what is your goal of your life?
The goal of my life
Yeah.
is to live my days on earth as peaceful as possible, have a very good impact on many people as possible.
Very good.
That even when I'm gone, I'll be remembered in a good way. And helping is my most high one.
You know, you are going to be remembered only there. You have done a lot of things, but only this stitches business, because even I have a scarf made for me by yourself, and it is used in, I have worn it in one of my programs as well, on the Coffee with Hassan.
Okay.
It is already there for the views as well, for yourself, if you have time to watch
Yes.
it. Which people are going to remember you forever till the time they are using those scarves, you know.
Yes.
And the scarves that you have done, I don't think they are going to last at least their lifetime. If they have a regard and keep those
Yes.
scarves with them, I'm going to keep yours forever with me, and it is going to be there.
Thank you.
Anything that you regret in the past life, anything that you think that you shouldn't have done or you should have chosen?
In moments of weakness,
Yeah,
I do.
yeah,
But when I think about it,
yeah,
I say to myself, nothing happened for nothing.
yeah. There is a reason.
There's a reason for everything.
Even a bad experience is an experience.
It's an experience.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good. What's your advice to the general youth or the world? Anything that you want them not to do and anything you want them to do?
Take life easy.
Yeah,
There's nothing or no one
Yeah.
chasing you.
yeah,
Don't compare yourself to anyone. You are unique.
wow,
You are unique.
yeah,
You are a beautiful creation.
yeah,
You should start looking within you and build up the you in you to share it with the world.
yeah. Very good.
That's the advice.
Very beautiful. Elpiniki has just signed to us the reality that each one of us has a purpose to come to this world, and each one has been equipped with a skill. Find out about that skill and work on that. No matter how invaluable you think about that skill, but that is still a skill. So work upon your skills and give something to the world according to your level, and you will be satisfied. Even if you are a writer, start writing. If you are a singer, start singing. If you are a speaker, start giving speeches. If you are a motivational speaker, start giving motivational speeches. Find out what is within you, work upon it, polish yourself, and give it to the world. And the first thing to give to the world is to the people who are around you. With this last comments, I will once again ask Elpiniki anything that you want to share. We are almost at the end of our interview. Anything that you want to share, anything?
I've shared so much, but
Yeah.
I'll share my smile and ask everyone to smile.
Thank you. You read books as well. I forgot about this. You read a lot of books. Mostly, what are these books about? What do you read about mostly?
Mostly it's about philosophies, different philosophers around the world. I read about the book.
You shared with me.
Yes.
Very nice book that is.
What kind of book you'll say that is?
It's a very, very nice book. It is talking about the reality. It's not fiction, it's not politics, it's not thing. It is about us, who we are, what do we think. And there is so much for the self-development. And I'll share the name of the book in the next program,
Okay.
and the content of the book.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing that book with me. Thank you so much for your time to come here and to attend the program with Coffee with Hassan. I'm very much thankful. Thank you so much, Elpiniki. It
You're
was a
welcome.
pleasure
You're
having an
welcome.
interview with you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.